Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to virtual Queensborough Hall. My name is Sharon Lee. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as your acting Queensborough president. And it is I'm delighted to bring back by popular demand. It is now the fifth installment of our Queens Jobs Recruitment Fair. These have been going on for several months now, every 3 weeks on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Today, we've got a full lineup of employers and recruiters from everywhere, really. But they know that they want to hire here in Queens. You don't have to be living in Queens. But of course, I want to be promoting the jobs that are here in Queens. We are hiring for, in particular, essential services, but also now that we are in phase 3 of the reopening, and hopefully we are on track on a safe reopening with phase 4 in the city of New York in the coming days. There are many jobs that we need filled. I've said it before, and I will say it again. For folks who are joining us, you may be looking for a job. You may feel like you need a job. You may know people who need opportunities. But also know that we, and by we I mean Queens and the city of New York and the region, we need you. We need you in these jobs. We need these services filled. They are absolutely critical to our recovery and our rebuild that is fully underway. So with that, for folks who are joining now and may have missed it, we will spend the first about 30 minutes to hear from all of our presenters very briefly. And then maybe around 2:30, a little after that, we will open it up for the remainder of the time to an interactive Q&A. You'll want to enter your questions into the Q&A chat room, and that will be facilitated by my team here at Queensborough Hall. So without further ado, we will begin with our first presenter. We've got three brand new presenters today. We've got a number of returning Stronghold partners who've been with us from the beginning, from the first job fair. For this fifth one, we've got some additional employers and recruiters, Northwestern Mutual, NYC Health and Hospitals, in particular Elmhurst Hospital, which has done really just moved mountains over the last several months. As well as Adapt Community Network. And so we will, as a group, give them the courtesy to go first. And then we will hear from our regular Stronghold partners in these recruitment efforts. For folks who are tuning in, the agenda for today's job fair is located at queensbp.org/recruitment fair. So you can follow along and see who will be speaking about what opportunities, and perhaps that will inspire some of the questions for the later hour. So first up, we've got Northwestern Mutual presented by the Director of Recruitment, and that is none other than Jillian Kashuba. Ms. Kashuba, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Sharon. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm excited to get a chance to speak to you all and just tell you about our opportunities. So we are a full service financial planning firm. Just to give you a background on Northwestern, we've been around for 163 years, started in 1857, founded in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we actually have over 300 offices all across the country. So I oversee the recruitment for our offices located on Long Island and in New York City. So we have 4 offices that make up our agency. We have one in Melville, Long Island. We have one in Garden City, which, I always say close to Queens enough. One in Cedarhurst, and one downtown in the financial district. So right now we are recruiting for people to join our team of financial advisors, financial representatives and advisors. We're not looking for people with a background necessarily in finance, but we're looking for people who are very entrepreneurial, self-motivated, driven, hardworking, and people who are great at building relationships. We provide very extensive training and mentorship and development to teach people financial planning and what we do. So it's very hands-on and a lot of support just to get people started. So, don't feel afraid to, put your hand up, raise your hand to apply for one of our positions, because 52% of people that start with Northwestern Mutual actually don't come from a finance background. So, you know, it's not necessarily an entry level job. I mean, it's more about building a business and building your own financial service practice with the support of a Fortune 500 company that's backing you. So that's just a little bit about us.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Kashuba. I heard in there in your remarks, you're looking for entrepreneurs and hardworking folks. You will find no shortage of that here in Queens. Got to put
Perfect.
that plug in there. But welcome, and we look
Thank
forward
you.
to hearing some of the Q&A, engaging with you on the Q&A.
Great.
Up
Thanks,
next, of course. Again, up next, we've got another new partner in this recruitment effort from NYC Health and Hospitals, in particular Elmhurst Hospital, as well as Queens Hospital. Excuse me, I misspoke earlier. With us today, we've got the personnel representative at Elmhurst Hospital, Patricia Caliendo, as well as the Personnel and Labor Relations Associate from Queens Hospital, Joseph Cammarano. These are the two public hospitals in the borough of Queens. They have done incredible work over the last, in particular, the last 3-4 months. Hopefully, the worst days are behind us, but I'd like to just take a quick opportunity now to thank you and to everyone at Queens and Elmhurst Hospitals for everything that you did. We would not be here today were it not for everything that you did. So thank you. And with that, the floor is yours.
Patricia, oops, sorry.
Ms. Caliendo, are you with us? If you're with us, we're unable to hear you. Is Mr. Cammarano here?
He's not.
We're just having connectivity issues. Hold on one moment, please. I apologize.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Would you like a few moments?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll move right along and we'll return back to them. The next presenter is Adapt Community Network. They are also a new partner here in our recruitment efforts. And we are joined today by Talent Acquisition Manager, Tajil Caven.
Hi, Sharon. Actually, correction there. Tajil was not able to make it. My name is Paulina Hunu. I'm the senior recruiter, one of the senior recruiters for Adapt Community Network.
We're glad you're here. Welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Excited to be here as well. So I'm just going to speak briefly about Adapt Community Network. Adapt Community Network is a nonprofit organization which is located with the main office at 80 Maiden Lane. However, we have divisions in all 5 boroughs in New York City. I'm particularly excited to be here because I believe this is a great opportunity to be able to source talent and also to talk about some of the great things that Adapt is doing, especially in these trying times. And so I'm especially excited and grateful to be working with Adapt, especially in these times, because some of the services that we do provide are really essential, especially during these times for people we support. So what we do is we help people with developmental disabilities integrate better into the community and help them to become more independent. We have over the years, and we are 73 years old, we have over the years adapted and been able to acquire a lot of different organizations along the years. We have recently acquired Human First, which is in Queens, and we have also acquired a part of New York League, which is part of the education part of Adapt Community Network. So Adapt has different divisions where we provide direct services and care to people we support, people with developmental disabilities, also in their home and in a 7-day school setting, which we call the day program, day habilitation centers. Alongside that, we also provide support to our schools where we have special education schools where we have people, children come in as preschoolers, and also we have the middle school as well. This is also situated in all the 5 boroughs in New York. So it's really an exciting time, especially because we're able to provide a lot of services, essential services to people in the community and also to New York State.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ms. Ahanu, and thank you for everything that you do. We're so glad you're here, and we look forward to engaging with you in the Q&A. For folks who are just tuning in, I know that since the beginning, we've got about a little over maybe a couple dozen. We are streaming live on our website, queensbp.org. And the program for today, in terms of the program, the list of speakers of our featured recruiters and employers are on queensbp.org/recruitment fair. So you can follow along or also anticipate who is scheduled to speak. We're jumping a little bit out of order. We're going to go back to the second presenter, which was Elmhurst Hospital and Queens Hospital, two of the two public hospitals here in the borough of Queens. Do we have Ms. Caliendo? Are we ready to go?
I'm here, thank you.
Okay,
Good
and is Mr. Cammarano here as well?
He is trying to get on, I see.
Okay.
He is trying to connect as well.
All right. Floor is yours, Ms. Caliendo.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. I'm a human resource rep at New York City Health and Hospitals with 11 acute care hospitals, a robust network of primary care community health centers, nursing facilities, a home health care agency, and dozens of specialty services and centers of excellence. The New York City Health and Hospitals healthcare system offers opportunities to every level of healthcare professional and in every kind of setting. Our healthcare system provides a unique and exciting work environment where healthcare professionals can practice their skills with excellence and share their passion to our mission to care for all New Yorkers, regardless of their ability to pay or immigration status. So to learn more, everyone, please visit us at www.newyorkcityhealthandhospitals.org and click on the Employment Opportunity tab. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I don't know if we're still having some connectivity issues with Mr. Cammarano. Are you with us? Okay, hopefully we'll be able to work out those technical issues. We know that both of you are just able to dial over the phone. It's not typically how we do things, but we will give you a pass this time. Up next, and this is going to our stronghold returning partners who are relentless in recruiting here in Queens in particular, but of course throughout the city of New York and the region. We have the USTA, the United States Census Association. Queens, as you know, is home to many, many things, including the US Open. And many cheered at the news that the US Open is still on, perhaps not similar to prior forms that we're used to, but it is still the international tournament is still very much on next month. And so the USTA is hiring. The US Open is one of the biggest revenue generators, economic activity generators here in the city of New York. And so we are just delighted that USTA is back to continue recruiting. And of course, we are joined by HR recruiters, Brittany Padmore and Allison Sakyatis. Welcome back, Ms. Padmore. Good to see you again.
Thank you so much, Borough President Lee, and hello to my fellow panelists as well as all attendees who are watching. I believe last time I spoke about us recruiting ball people for the US Open and how we had virtual tryouts and we had a great turnout and we actually filled up all of our positions, so that's great. Right now we are actually with another addition to the US Open. We're hosting another tournament in addition to the US Open on site this year. So we're hosting the Western and Southern Open. It's normally held in Cincinnati, Ohio, but Queens is hosting it this year. And so we'll be having two special tournaments in Queens this year, which will be a great time for all tennis fans across the world. On behalf of Allison, I'm here to speak on the facilities department today. We're still looking for cleaning staff as well as beverage runners. With cleaning staff, we're looking for people who have, previous professional cleaning experiences. And whether you've been a part of that crew in a mall or the parks, we'll be happy to have you on board and help us with cleaning. You can never do too much cleaning these days. And so we'll be very excited to have you guys on board. And then with our beverage runners, we just asked for people who have experience, unloading beverage trucks, handling hand trucks and pallet jacks. And you will also be delivering products throughout the grounds for the players. And we just ask that you are able to lift at least 50 pounds and organize and maintain our inventory levels. And so with our cleaning staff and our beverage runners, we'll be able to have a successful tournament for both tournaments this year, and hopefully make Queens proud this year as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Padmore, and welcome back. That's one of the great things we love about our continuing partners, especially the ones who started from the beginning, but also we can see that every 3 weeks, new opportunities open up. And so we're delighted that we were able to assist in some way, shape, or form in filling those critical positions within the last 3 weeks. And we hope this one is just as fruitful for you. Up next, another returning and stronghold partner, very critical to the future of our borough, our city, our region, for our families. And that is none other than the U.S. Census. I will take this time now. If you haven't already, please fill out your census, my2020census.gov. And I will say that you probably want to fill it out now if you want to avoid a knock at your door in a couple of weeks. Because if you don't fill it out, you're going to get that knock. And so I don't know about you, but I don't like opening my door to anyone I don't know or have not anticipated is coming through. So, but the Census Bureau is hiring. It is absolutely critical. Just a quick note, we are doing everything we can to ensure a full and accurate count as possible. For every individual who is not counted in the census, it is approximated that we lose about $3,000 in federal funding a year. $3,000. And that may not sound like a lot, but in a borough of Queens, for example, we got 2.4 million residents. If we are undercounted by even 1% here in the borough of Queens, that's 24,000 people times $3,000. That's like $70 million a year in federal funding that we would lose out on, just to give you a sense of the scale and the cost to even a small amount of an undercount. So to that end, like I said, we need you to help us get the count. We need you to fill these jobs at the census. Right before I pass it over to Ms. Dublin, I will remind folks we are streaming live. The list of presenters are on our website, queensbp.org/recruitment fair. If you have questions, we ask that you enter it into the Q&A portion. We will hear briefly from all the presenters, and then we will hopefully open up the remainder of the hour to an interactive Q&A with participants. So with that, Ms. Dublin, welcome back. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Borough President Lee, and I have to really thank you and the staff, because you all have been such a strong census supporter. I remember one of our very first recruitment affairs, we had hundreds and hundreds of applicants, and it was at Queensborough Hall, and it was very successful. So you all have been a fantastic partner, and you have shared the message and worked very diligently with us. And we are now at the phase, as you mentioned, we're actually winding our recruiting down, and in hopes to make the selections. As you mentioned, many people will start to knock on doors in August to try to get that information from households who have not responded. So as you mentioned, if you do not want us knocking on your door, I know a lot of people do not like unexpected visitors, especially during dinner time or maybe story time or things of that nature. So if you do not want us knocking, we ask you to please, please, please go online, my2020census.gov, and submit your questionnaire. You can also call 844-330-2020 and submit your census. So lots of interesting things with the census this year. One of the coolest things is that our application system is actually online. So anyone 24 hours a day can go to 2020census.gov/jobs, submit a very short application, take a very quick assessment, and then you'll be in our applicant pool. So, selections are winding down, but we still have a need. And especially in New York City and in Queens, where we know that there are so many different dialects, different nationalities, different ethnicities, and many languages spoken. The census can only be successful if we have the involvement of every single person on every single level in every corner of our community. So I do encourage everyone who speaks a different language or is familiar with another dialect to please go online and make sure that you indicate that when applying to jobs. The census pays $28 per hour. We have paid training. Social distancing is in full effect. We provide PPE as well. We care about the safety of our staff. And also, as you know, they'll be going to homes. So we want to make sure that everyone is protected and everyone feels safe. So we are adhering to all of the guidelines that are put in place, of course, by the CDC, the governor, and the mayor. So an excellent way to earn some extra income is to take an active stance and apply for a census job. Again, very easy assessment and application, 2020census.gov/jobs. You can do it at your leisure. Once it's completed, you are in our database throughout the duration of the remaining operations for the census. No resume required. You just need to be 18 years old and have a unique email address in which we can communicate directly with you. So again, please go online, fill out your census at 2020census.gov, and then apply for a job at 2020census.gov/jobs. An excellent way that you can do something immediately that will have a positive impact in your community, because for sure, New York City and Queens especially, they need every single dollar that is being offered by our federal government. And one way that you can help ensure that we have the schools and the roads and the buses and the hospitals and all of those very important things that we take for granted every day is to ensure that you all complete your census. So thank you so much, Borough President Lee and the whole team, for always being a census cheerleader. We really, really appreciate all of the work that you have done collectively with us. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ms. Dublin. Hopefully all that effort will yield as full account as possible. But thank you, we're delighted you're back. Up next, we've got some partners that are key to the region, but in particular here in Queens, we are the gateway, the gateway to the city of New York. We are home to both Kennedy and LaGuardia. And so, of course, we have a stronghold partner, the Council for Airport Opportunity, here with us today. There are ever changing and new opportunities at our ports. So here with us, we have the Senior Account Manager, Glenna Hamilton-Jones. Welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Borough President Lee, and thank you all for joining us today. You will learn a little bit about us and the opportunities that are available. As Borough President said, my name is Glenna Hamilton-Jones. I'm the Senior Account Manager at the Council for Airport Opportunity. Just a little bit about us. The Council for Airport Opportunity, we were set up by the Port Authority. We were created back in 1972, so we're almost 50 years old. And we were created in collaboration with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Our mission is to identify and address the critical employment needs of the communities surrounding the New York and New Jersey metropolitan airports, while at the same time, responding to the hiring needs of the airport tenants and the aviation industry. So we do service JFK International, LaGuardia airports, and Newark Liberty International. Presently, there are, and you will hear of just a few more opportunities from the last time. There's an uptick in activities at the airport. So right now at JFK International, we have warehouse cargo agent positions available, those and the ramp agent positions. So warehouse cargo, you're working in a warehouse, building up, breaking down cargo. The ramp agent positions, you're loading and offloading the aircraft. Both positions require a valid driver's license. We also do have the GSE mechanic positions available. So those ground service equipment do need servicing. And so we're looking for individuals with auto mechanic background skills. Valid driver's license is certainly necessary. There are a few supervisory and managerial positions available in the warehouse. We also have security officer positions are available. Valid New York State security license is required. We have as well a managerial position available. If you're qualified, we'll gladly refer you out for that. We have as well general maintainers, so maintaining the buildings and grounds at the airport. There are technician positions available as well at JFK. For LaGuardia, right now there are several food service positions available. There are several security officer, security screener positions available. New York State security license is absolutely necessary. And then we also have in retail, we have a senior coordinator position available for that. At Newark Liberty, and as Borough President said, we do offer, we do have an office in New Jersey and it offers a similar service. So in Newark, there are food service positions. There is package handler. There are non-CDL driver positions. Similarly, there are security guard positions, so you do need to have security license as well. And there's mechanical, electrical technician positions available. Certainly, we look forward to you joining us, calling us. I'll provide you our telephone numbers so that you can get in touch with us. Our office number here in New York, 718-523-7100. Again, that's 718-523-7100. In New Jersey, our telephone number, it's 973-622-4573, 973-622-4537. And you can always reach us on our website, www.caonynj.com, caonynj.com. We are on the various social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, and on Instagram. Just a little bit more information in terms of once you connect with us, just be sure to have these documents at hand. We do have employers that are actively interviewing. They have been interviewing for the past few months, even though we do have a pandemic, but there's a need. And so wherever there's a need, employers will look to fill those spots. So have a valid New York State issued ID, have your social security card, not laminated if you're not a US citizen. Be sure to have your permanent resident card, permanent resident and or work authorization cards available. And we look forward to assisting you. Call us, visit us on our website. You will meet with one of us and we will certainly refer you for those jobs that you can apply for. Thank you very much again, Borough President. We do truly, truly enjoy being a part of this process.
Thank you, Ms. Hamilton-Jones, and we're grateful to you and to, of course, our best to Verdia Noel. We miss her. We know that she was indisposed today, but we look forward to seeing her at our next one and hopefully you as well. As mentioned, these are every 3 weeks. Our next one, mark your calendar, will be August 5, 2 o'clock, same place. And we'll get the information out in short order. But thank you, Ms. Hamilton-Jones. For folks, I know that there's a lot of contact information like email addresses and phone numbers that we're hearing verbally from our presenters. Those will be available on our website, queensbp.org/recruitment fair. So the corresponding contact information that you're hearing today will be available there as well if it's not already up. For our presenters, I kindly ask that once you presented to enter that information into the chat room so that we don't avoid any typos on your behalf. With that, before I present the next one, I will ask for your forgiveness. I will have to excuse myself, but I'm going to pass it over to my Director of Economic Development. She is the one who spearheads, runs all of these job fairs on top of everything else relating to economic development here in the Borough of Queens. That is Sharon Anderson. And I'd like to take a quick moment to thank our team here at Borough Hall, Carolina Gill, Chris Barca, Michael Scholl, Aldo Grillo, John Pericone, Dot Parfumi, and of course, my Chief of Staff, Vicky Morales-Casella, for making this and our series of Queens jobs recruitment fairs possible. So with that, I will introduce our next presenter along the lines of industrial and transportation opportunities. We have our returning partners from Workforce One, Sarah Tapia and Leonidas Karakaias. Welcome back. Always good to see you. They will talk about various positions across various employers relating to warehousing, delivery services, etc. And thank you. And I pass this over to Workforce One as well as Ms. Anderson. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Borough President, and thank you, Sharon, as well. We always appreciate being here. So my name is Sarah Tapia. I am the Community Partner Coordinator for the Workforce One Industrial and Transportation Career Center. So just to give a very quick background of Workforce One, basically we help job seekers to get connected to opportunities throughout all 5 boroughs. So we offer a number of services virtually at this time. So some of these services that we offer include virtual career services workshops and individual career advisement to help you become more job ready, connection to training opportunities, and Priority One services for veterans and their spouses. So to learn more about these services, you're welcome to visit our website, nyc.gov/workforce1, that's the number 1, to be able to learn more and to register to become a member to use our services. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm from the Industrial and Transportation Career Center. So we focus on opportunities in construction, manufacturing, warehousing, transportation, airport opportunities, and more. So some of the opportunities that we do also focus on are administrative opportunities. So right now we are looking for a temporary data entry person for a staffing company. So this is a remote position. It is full-time with overtime available as well. It is $18 an hour and you must be bilingual. So you must be able to speak English and Spanish for this position. So if you're interested, please send us over your resume. We will share our contact information. And I am here today with my colleague, Leon Korahais, that will speak a bit more about some of the other opportunities that we have. So thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you, Borough President Lee, and thank you, Ms. Anderson, for having us here and hosting this wonderful event. We're always looking forward to coming here. My name is Leon Korahais. I'm an account manager with Grand Associates of Workforce One. I basically concentrate on airport opportunities. I spent 25 years there. I have a number of warehouse positions available at Kennedy Airport. I have ramp agent positions available. There's an open house tomorrow. If I get your resumes today, I might be able still to schedule you there for tomorrow. I also have customer service positions, data entry positions at Kennedy Airport. Please send me your resumes. I'm looking forward to fill those positions. Non-airport positions, I have some delivery driver positions, and I also have some courier positions. Also, there's a few supervisory positions and managerial positions that will look at each resume by itself, and I will gladly see them and get back to you. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah and Leonidas. Next up, we have Francis Velasquez, Director of Human Resources and Corporate Compliance at WatchGuard 247. Francis, welcome.
Thank you, Sharon and Borough President, attendees, participants. A little bit about WatchGuard. It is a Queens born and bred security guard company started by John and Michelle Rafferty, who are also Queens born and bred residents. Our office is located in Glendale. We hire security officers for the 5 boroughs. Currently, we're going to be looking for, with schools opening up again now, we hope, We're going to be looking for school safety security officers. We're looking for security officers for our construction sites, which require some certifications, which are easy to obtain, like OSHA 10 and S60 fire guards. We also have openings in our security concierge department. We always look for dispatchers, field team. We have special events that we're always hiring guards for. So if you are interested in full-time positions or just interested in learning about how you can obtain your guard licenses or certifications, I will put my information on the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. So next up, we have Michelle Jenkins, Assistant Director, Human Resources at Queens Center for Progress. Michelle, there you go.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson, and thank you, Queensboro Sharon Lee, for having such a wonderful event. This is like our 4th time participating, and it has been successful. We've been able to hire, so there's something going right with this event. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michelle Jenkins. I'm the Assistant Director of Human Resources for Queens Centers for Progress. We are a major nonprofit organization in Queens that has been around for 70 years. Our mission is to provide person-centered services to adults and children with developmental disabilities. So let me tell you what we have available at this time. I know with the pandemic, people are feeling kind of not feeling whole, but at Queens Centers for Progress, maybe we can turn that around. We're looking for people who want to make a difference in someone's life. The roles that we have available are direct support. This is a hands-on position. It requires you to help them with their personal hygiene needs, as well as help them with their goals. Goals are very important, such as how to help them with communication, interpersonal skills, even this Zoom platform, people who know how to operate that. Right now, we're looking for people who can just cope with life. Their world has been turned upside down just like ours, and we're all learning how to cope. With that being said, your life skills can help us in performing the comprehensive services for individuals with developmental disabilities. You will play 10 different roles as a direct support who has been the essential workers for Queens Centers for Progress. That means helping them to be an advocate, a recreational coordinator. Once we are released from the shelter in place, we're going to want to get back out in the world and go visit places again. But in the meanwhile, while they are home, we have to be creative. Just like you entertain yourself, we need them to help us with our individuals and life goals. The shifts that we have available right now are 4 p.m. to 12 midnight, as well as overnight, 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. We do have weekend shifts available, such as 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. Requirements for direct support is high school diploma, GED, and those with a bachelor's degree in the human services field. This would be a great way to break into the field of human services because we like to promote from within. The other opportunities we have, we're looking for an RN supervisor. That person will provide the day-to-day, oversee the day-to-day operations in our nursing department for 78 individuals that live with us, 365 days. It's like a little city that never sleeps. We need someone who will be versed with policies and procedures that are changing daily because of the residential field and because of the pandemic, as well as oversee RNs, LPNs, and AMAPs, and work with an interdisciplinary team. There are day hours. However, you need to have that flexibility for when emergencies do occur. And working with human beings, you know what's going to happen. Requirements for this position is a BA degree in nursing, as well as a current RN license and 3 years, hopefully with experience in OPWDD, as well as hospital experience. In regards to applying for this key position, there is a recruitment hotline number. Grab a pen and paper, or I'll put it in the chat for you. It's 646-341-1383. The other key position we're looking for as well is a speech language pathologist. This is a consultant role, meaning it's 5 hours per week for someone to come in and provide us with assessment for dysphagia, that's swallowing difficulties. You have to be licensed and have minimum 1 year of experience in the field. As far as what QCP has to offer is outstanding benefits. In regards to benefits, you're talking ample vacation time, 18 vacation, 8 sick, 4 personal, 12 paid holidays, 3 floating, full medical, dental, tax deferred annuity, life insurance, and virtual health, which you know is very important these days, as well as BA and MA tuition reimbursement, because we like to invest in our staff. We feel that they are important and we like to promote from within. For all of these positions, I'm going to put my contact information, which is mjenkins@queenscp.org. I thank everyone for their time and I wish everyone the best of luck. And like they say, when one door opens, another one, when one door closes, another one will open. And I hope you consider Queens Centers for Progress to be one of those doors for you. Thank you.
That was very comprehensive. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Next up, we have Shoshana Chetty, Recruitment Coordinator, the Child Center of New York.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you, Sharon, and thank you, Borough President Lee. My name is Shoshana Chetty. I'm the Recruitment Coordinator at the Child Center of New York. The Child Center was founded in 1953 as a children's counseling center, and then as Queens grew, we grew with the community. We service over 35,000 children and their families each year, and we work out of approximately 70 different site locations. We have 5 main program areas ranging from early childhood education, which are our Head Start programs. We have behavioral health, which are our clinics, prevention and health homes and integrated care, which is actually going into the homes and providing services to the children and their families as needed. We have clinical consultation, which is actually working hand in hand with the ACS department. And then our biggest division is youth development, and that's after school programs, cornerstone community-based programs, as well as school-based mental health. What we're currently hiring for right now are full-time mental health workers, which requires a bachelor's degree in social work, psychology, or a related field, as well as 2 years child welfare experience, and preference given to candidates who speak a second language, especially we're looking for Spanish or Mandarin speaking candidates. We are also hiring per diem master social workers, as well as community and psychiatric support treatment specialists, which requires either a bachelor's or a master's degree in social work or a related field. Preference again given to candidates who speak a second language, and we're looking for 3 years at least of child welfare experience or experience with children who are severely emotionally disturbed. And then finally, we are looking for a full-time peer advocate, which requires a licensed certified recovery peer advocate, fluency in Spanish or Mandarin, and a high school diploma. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Shoshana. Next up, we have Workforce One, another division of Workforce One that covers the retail division, and that includes an assortment of positions. We have Jennifer Bello and Nancy Conopal, and just let me say that after Workforce One, Joseph Cammarano, you will be up next, okay? You're from New York City H&H. But first, I'll go to Nancy. You can lead us off. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Queensborough President Lee. You've been one of our best partners forever, so thank you so much. As my colleague Sarah explained, Workforce One prepares and helps New Yorkers to connect to jobs throughout New York City. We have strong relationships with hundreds of employers throughout the city. They rely on us to match them with the most qualified candidates. All our services are free and include job listings, recruitment events, veterans priority, resume and interview workshops, as well as training opportunities. Like most companies right now, we are offering our services virtual, but we are still offering all services. If you would like to access any of our services, please create an account at www.nyc.gov/workforce1. That's the number 1. And we'll also put it in the chat room. And I'm also here with my colleague, Jennifer Bello, who is an account manager and is going to go into some detail about the positions we have available. So thank you so much again, Sharon.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, everybody, for having me here. I'm very excited to be here. I just want to talk about some opportunities that I'm working on. I'm an account manager at the Queens Workforce One. Ideally, we did focus on retail opportunities, but right now we focus on opportunities that are just in general in Queens. Being that we changed into a remote access, things did change up a little bit, but I do have a diverse portfolio, so it can go, according to what you're interested in. To start off with the healthcare service positions that I have, it's mainly home health aides and PCAs, patient care aides. So if you're certified or non-certified, there's still an opportunity here. There's more than one company that I do work with. So if you're non-certified, you do not need any education requirements, no experience necessary. They will take you on. You would just have to complete an assessment just to make sure you know how to read and write in English. And then they would go and give you a free training. They invest in you and you have job placement with them right after. They have work throughout the 5 boroughs. Depending on the company, the training would be in Queens or in Manhattan. If you're also certified, they do take on certifieds. You just have to have an active certificate, whether it's an HHA or a PCA. They're able to take that in and you can take cases throughout the 5 boroughs as well. I do have another security company as well looking for FO2 security guards and F80 shift supervisors in Queens and the Bronx. Ideally, they want somebody with at least 6 months experience, but if you have no experience, they would still take you on for this position. All the security guards get started off a minimum of 17 an hour and the shift supervisors are 20 an hour. I do have a translating service as well. They're looking for bilingual customer service representatives. For this position, ideally, this is in Flushing, Queens. Basically, what you'll be doing is taking inbound phone calls for healthcare services, 911 calls, and just translating the services. Right now, they're focused on Spanish, Mandarin, Cantonese, or Korean. Being bilingual, you have to be fluent in both English and one of those languages. How it would work is you would start off with a phone interview. If that phone interview goes well, they would send you a study guide, which will prepare you for the language checkup. So this is where they will make sure you are actually fluent in the language that you say you are. And if you do, you will go into a training. It's about a 2 to 3 week training, which is paid for. After 3 months of probation, you're actually able to become promoted at that time. People move up to supervisor positions. There's IT, just depending on where you want to go. There's always room for growth within the company. After 6 months, you also do get another raise. So that's also a plus, and it's a Monday through Friday positions. You do have weekends off. The facility is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So your shift can fall anywhere in between. So that's just an idea for that one. This one, you don't really need much experience for. You don't even need a resume. You just need to have contact information, be able to fill out an online application. And just like I said, just be fluent in one of the languages. And that would be it for that one. I have another restaurant. I know that we're going into phase 4. However, they're still open right now for takeout and delivery. They will be transitioning into opening up soon. It is a 24-hour diner. Right now, they're focused on servers. So ideally, they want somebody who has at least 6 months serving experience. They would start you off at the 15 an hour just for the training. Training is usually about like a week, maybe less. Orientation too, which is paid for. After that, then you will transition into your serving rate, which would be $10 an hour plus your tips. In this location, employer had told me that a server can make anywhere between $700 to $800 a week based off of just the tip. So if that's something that you like to do, they have all different types of shifts available. Like I said, it is a 24-hour location. Another position I have is another company. They're looking for cooks for a 5-star lounge in JFK Airport right now. This one, you have to have a minimum of around 3 years experience as a cook, ideally in a high-end restaurant, just because you are going to be working in a 5-star lounge. Also, you have to know like culinary verbiage, know what first in, first out means. It's more in inventory, but they're moving very quick. So if you're interested, we can send the resumes over to me. We actually have virtual job fairs coming up next week. That would also be an online application, and then in-person interviews will be, I believe, the last week of July. They'll be doing hiring on the spot. That would be the last part of the hiring process. But you can connect with me and I can speak more about the opportunity and see which job you would be a great fit for. And we also have other opportunities as well. So you can always check our website, like both Sarah and Nancy had said, just check our website, you register online, and there's millions of different of opportunities that you can have, whether it's just, helping to create a resume. Some positions don't require one, but if you do want that to be, you can tell me, you want to apply for the position, and then I can still, have you go on to other colleagues that we do have to help you with those opportunities as well, and just make sure that, you're set to get back into the workforce and everything like that. So I look forward to, speaking with you guys, and hopefully, have some questions for the Q&A, and then, just get you guys started in helping, get back on track after this whole COVID experience. So I'm excited. So thank you for the time, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jennifer. And I just want to remind our audience, please put your questions into the Q&A so that we can get back to you shortly. We'll be coming to Q&A shortly. Now I'd like to introduce Joseph Cammarano. Joseph is a Personnel and Labor Relations Associate from New York City Health and Hospitals, Queens.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Joseph Cammarano. I know my coworker, Patricia Caliendo, spoke a few minutes ago, but I just wanted to add, at Queens Hospital and Elmhurst Hospital, where we have a lot of positions available, from housekeepers, in material management. Right now, we're primarily looking for our PCAs and staff nurses. In lieu of all what happens with the coronavirus, we realize that our nurses and PCAs are the frontline workers amongst all other positions, and that we really do require a strong, dedicated employee to come join our team. So that is a little bit about us. Our phone number is 718-883-4841, and you could find our careers at employment.nychhc.org. I'll put everything in the chat, but thank you guys so much for your time.
Okay, thank you. Joseph, may I ask, are you guys hiring for the entire HHC system or just for the two Queens hospitals?
So the whole system, all 11 hospitals, our home healthcare agency, we're all hiring positions. The positions that I'm recruiting for right now, though, are for our Queens and Elmhurst sites.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful. Well, I hope our audience heard how many jobs are out there and available, and together we're hoping to reduce the unemployment gap, right, in order to close the gap so that the audience and the public can get some of these fine jobs that we have available and help the employer close, address the needs that they have as well. So now Carolina, our technical assistant, is going to join me in Q&A. And so let's see, first up, what are some of the questions that the audience have been asking? So someone is asking, adapt. What types of positions are you looking for? Would that be Paulina? Paulina, do you want to take a minute?
Absolutely. So ADAPT is currently hiring for direct care professionals in all the 5 boroughs, in both our resident homes and our day habilitation centers. Now, for the day habilitation centers, we're trying to at least, in our very best way, to help give those services that we would have given in the day habilitation centers to the people we support in their residences. Also, we are on the education side. We are also hiring and looking for teachers with special education and New York State license. These people have to have the dual certification of both the special education and the early childhood certification. Also, we're hiring and currently open to hiring speech language pathologists. They should have their master's degree and also the New York State license in speech language pathology. We're also looking for occupational therapists, and they should also have the New York State license in occupational therapy. And also we're looking to hire the directors for residential services. These are the managers and the people overseeing our residential services. We're looking to hire them in all the 5 boroughs of New York as well. And we're also looking for them to have their master's degree in human services and also have some supervisory experience.
Excellent. Thank you, Paulina. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of questions about the U.S. Census positions, but what are the positions that needed? Oh, one moment, Jennifer. This is for Leonidas. What are the positions that you had for the airport? Someone's asking you, Leonidas. Could you repeat the airport positions?
Yes, thank you. I have warehouse positions. I have ramp agents positions. I have customer service data entry positions and a few supervisory managerial positions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I guess if Patricia is on the line or Joseph Cammarano, are there any office assistant, clerical associate, or front desk receptionist type positions at any of the HHC locations in Queens?
Yes, we do have a lot of clerical associate positions available right now for Queens and Elmhurst.
Okay, thank you. So Joseph, is there one central number for people to apply or email link for all HHC, or they have to individually go to each hospital site?
So I would recommend going to each hospital site, but for Queens and Elmhurst, we share one HR office. So you could just call the number at 718-883-4841, and I will direct you to get you a job, okay?
Okay, thank you. Does anyone have positions for IT or any tech-related positions?
So right now at JFK Airport, we do have a company that has a technician positions, a few technician positions, electrical, mechanical technician background experience. So reach out to us. We'll gladly assist you with that.
Okay, wonderful.
And that's with the Council for Airport Opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Glenna. Okay, someone is mentioning, I believe, was it Jennifer Bello that might have mentioned a translation or customer service position in Flushing. So this person would just have, was it you, Jennifer Bello? Did
Yes.
you have okay, there's Sadat Rahman is interested in that position. So he or she would just have to follow up directly with you. Okay. A recent college grad.
Sure, and I'm going to jump in. We have several high school students looking for opportunities. Do any of you have any opportunities for them?
Workforce, as long as they're 18 and over. We have lots of opportunities, but they just need to be 18 and over in order for us to service them.
Thank you.
Any data service positions? Is there any positions related to data service? No.
Ms. Anderson, I have data entry positions.
Okay. Is that on airport?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, someone's asking for RNs for Elmhurst and Queens area. What are the phone numbers or website or emails to send resumes? So that would be the hospitals, right?
So for the website, it's employment.nychhc.org. And then again, the phone number would be 718-883-4841.
Okay, wonderful. What are the qualifications for the airport screeners?
So the security screeners must have a valid New York State security license and have some security experience.
Okay, thank you. Deborah Short has a background in law firm accounting. She holds certification in medical billing and coding since 2011, but have not worked in that field. Is anyone hiring bookkeepers or any position like that? No, payroll, no one? Okay.
I have a question for the hospitals. Do they hire associate degree nurses?
Great question. So yes, we do hire associate degree and bachelor's for nursing.
Great, thank you.
Any jobs for HR onboarding? Is there any such position? No? Okay. So, I'm sorry. When Lou is asking if the Child Center have an open position for someone that speaks Mandarin and English and Mandarin, do you have a position for a teacher?
We don't actually have any teacher positions open right now, except for substitute pre-K teachers.
Okay, what about a Mandarin, someone who speaks Mandarin? Is there any such need?
I mean, there's always a need for bilingual, but specifically like regarding a teacher position, not right now, no.
Okay, thank you. Carolina?
Yes. Does Workforce One match people to the open positions based on their resume, or do they need to select what they're interested in?
Well, it's a combination of what you're qualified for, if your skill sets match the position, and of course, if you're interested in it, you know, so it's a combination. You have to have the skills for the certain specific position, and of course, the interest.
Okay. Stephanie Jerome said she applied for several positions at the hospital and haven't heard back. So she would just have to pursue, you know, try again, apply again, and pursue it at this point, right? Joseph?
Yes, she could email me. I will attach my email. It's Cammaraj, CAMMARAJ as in Joseph, at nychhc.org. Just send me an email and I will try to get you routed to a hiring manager as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you. Carolina, do you have anything? Okay, we have several questions for the Census Bureau. Someone's asking, when will the classes begin? Because they were processed and they're just waiting.
So training is scheduled to start in the next few weeks. So if someone did their fingerprints and passed their background check, they should call that area census office that has been in communication with them regarding this process. So any specifics that you need regarding training dates and locations will be provided to you from a local census office. So you need to call that office that has been reaching out to you for employment opportunities.
Okay.
I know some of you mentioned, or maybe one or two mentioned remote positions. Can you guys, whoever had them, repeat them, please?
Hi, sure. So for the Industrial and Transportation Career Center, we do have a temporary data entry position for a staffing company. So again, it is remote. It's $18 an hour. You must have access to your own computer and at least 2 monitors to do this job effectively. And you must be bilingual, so being able to speak English and Spanish. It is a full-time opportunity as well with overtime available.
Okay. I have several positions or people saying they applied, they completed the census process, the security position, they created their direct deposit and they're just waiting to find out. But I suppose they should just keep waiting a little bit longer, right, Jennifer?
Nope, same thing. So if you've completed those final onboarding documents, that means that you're ready to train. So that same office that called you about fingerprinting and those things is that same office that you need to call back because they are going to be scheduling each of you for your training. So you need to be in contact with that local office.
Right, and it shouldn't be too chances are it means the job, they almost have the job, right? Because another person is explaining that they similarly completed everything, but still don't know if they have the job. So I guess until they hear officially.
Well, if we selected you, that was the actual job offer. So if we selected you and you proceeded with the fingerprints and then completing the documents, you were actually selected. So the only thing now that needs to happen is just you need to train. So if you've made it that far, we will be reaching out very shortly to schedule training. Again, we will start hitting the field in the 5 boroughs in August. So we will be starting training very soon.
Okay, and may I add, if they have a card, then that might be helpful to each individual recruiter, right? Or outreach personnel. Jennifer.
Yes, you said if they have a card?
If they have a car, yes.
Like
this person is asking, do they need a car to travel?
No, so you don't need a car for census work, especially in the 5 boroughs where we know you can get a lot of places on foot or by public transportation. So a car is not required for census jobs in the 5 boroughs.
Okay, right. We're well, we have great transportation in the boroughs. Is there an administrative assistant or project coordinator position? Does anyone have that kind of position? No? Okay.
How about people with disabilities? Anyone have opportunities for someone with a disability?
All of our positions are open to everyone, and we do work with employers that will make special accommodations.
Okay. Someone has a CNA and is New York certified, so they would need to, who's looking for someone who's a CNA and New York State certified? They can qualify, maybe, is that a professional development?
They can forward their resume to Queens Centers for Progress and we can review their background further. Okay. My information is in the the chat area, mjenkins@queenscp.org. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Do you guys have any part-time positions available?
Yes, we do at the Child Center.
Yes, I have some part-time opportunities.
And same at the census, all of our positions are flexible and part-time as well.
Yes, we are too. Our support is flexible. We have weekend as well as you can work a couple of days during the week.
Okay.
Hospital also has a lot of part-time positions available as well.
Okay.
And Adapt Community Network also has some part-time positions as well, and also the on-call. So if you're in school and you want only an on-call position, that is when we call you whenever there is a need. We also have those positions as well. This is in the residences of the people that we support, the direct care positions.
Okay. Okay, people are asking all remote IT jobs. Is there any such jobs available? No. Remote job opportunities. I guess some people are still a little bit concerned about the pandemic. Let's see, customer service, data entry, administrative. Maybe Workforce One, if someone's interested in customer service, data entry, and administrative work.
Yes, Jennifer actually has customer service for Cybercom, Jen, for bilingual Spanish, Mandarin, or Cantonese. And I know we also have at the center, another account manager has working with Spectrum as well, the cable company, for customer service rep. You need 1 year experience with computers for that one and software applications, and 6 months phone and customer service experience for Spectrum.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. Joseph, are there any virtual contact tracer positions out of any of the Queens hospitals?
Unfortunately, not. We filled all those positions.
They're filled. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Someone has a bachelor's degree, doesn't feel quite confident. I would about getting a job has not really worked. And I think she or he might be a good position to apply to the to Northwestern Mutual, because you know they can be trained for something, for one of those new grad positions that Jillian has. I don't know if Jillian's still.
Yeah. If they're interested, just have them email. I put my email address in the chat box. So all they need to do is just send me an email with a little bit on them. If they have a resume, you know, that's always preferred, but I'd be happy to have a conversation to talk more about it.
Okay. Someone has a master's in integrating technology. Oh, wow, this is moving so fast. Carolina, do you have any available to you at the moment?
I'm scanning through.
Yeah, me too. And someone has a bachelor's in psychology and is asking what could they do with that, you know, having a bachelor's in psychology.
Please tell them to contact Queens Centers for Progress, and we can have a further discussion about their background at mjenkins@queenscp.org. I'll list.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So someone's asking for Workforce One to put their number in again, asking for bilingual and IT background. Okay. We just have to do some updates and helping to put some of the contact information in. Let's see, nurses, what departments are in need of nurses at the health and hospitals, such as medical, surgical, labor, and delivery? I mean, does that matter, Joseph? You know, if they're a surgical and if they're qualified, right, they can.
Of course. So we have a lot of departments opened. We have med surg, mother baby, labor and delivery, the psych units. We have positions available for staff nurses throughout the whole hospital and all departments.
Okay.
Sure, and I'd like to take this opportunity to remind all the attendees that they can see the list of all our panelists and their contact information on our website, www.queensbp.org/recruitment fair. So you can refer to that. And if you refer back to the chat, after every panelist spoke, we did post their contact information, but for a full list, please visit our website.
Okay. Does the Census Bureau need someone bilingual in Korean and English?
Yes, we need every single language and every single dialect. So please make sure when you submit your application, it will ask you additional languages that you read, write, and speak. Please indicate every language at that point in the application.
Okay.
Hospitals, are there any substance abuse counselor positions available?
Joseph?
I don't believe so. I could double check though for that and find out for sure.
Okay.
Okay. Someone's asking very general for the US Open, what type of resume, what should they have in their resume, but they're not really saying, you know, what type of position they're looking for. And I think, again, could you just name the positions, Brittany, you guys are looking for?
Yeah, sure. So we're looking for cleaning staff as well as beverage runners. For cleaning, just as long as you have past professional experience in maintenance, no matter where you've been in a mall or park or what have you, just have your work experiences up to date, and we should be able to get back to you. Just email me your resume. My email address is on the website here and as well as the chat. And I'll definitely get back to you. But just make sure, as long as your work experience is updated, that's good enough.
Okay, wonderful. So, okay, so someone has a bachelor's in English and is asking what could they apply for. That's, it's funny, we have a broad spectrum in our audience, which is wonderful, because a teacher, they could probably apply for something in administration, as a teacher's assistant. Maybe they need to be trained and shepherd into some other kind of career. I can't think of any of the different positions that are here today that could use a bachelor's with bachelor's in English. Does anyone have part-time remote customer service or data entry? Okay. Oh.
I don't know if we asked this already, but anyone looking to hire a translator for Mandarin or English?
Yeah, so it's going to be with Siricom for the Flushing location. As long as they're fluent in English and in Mandarin, Cantonese, Spanish, or Korean, I can help them out.
Perfect, thank you.
Someone interested in a security job, but they don't have the license, would any of the agency be able to help them?
They could contact the workforce and apply for individual training grant. One of the, we offer it in protective services, which would be security. So they would have to pass an assessment, speak to a career advisor, and if they move forward, then they would choose a security school from a list of city-approved schools, and then their training would be paid for.
Okay.
So they could go into that website, the Workforce One website, and one of the options they could choose is individual training grants.
Okay, wonderful.
Sure, and I have someone that's looking for a flexible opportunity for extra cash. And I do remember someone mentioned the 24-hour diner. Can you share that information again, please?
So for the 24-hour diner, they're looking for servers. You need ideally a 6 months experience for this location, and they're looking for full-time workers right now. It's in Queens.
Okay. This is a specific question for Michelle Jenkins, Queens Center for Progress. What kind of support do you offer to the direct support individuals, those individuals in that job? For example, how often do they meet with their supervisors, or what does that look like? What kind of support does that person get?
We provide hands-on training, and they would meet with their supervisors on a regular basis, and not to mention we partner them with a senior direct support. So you always have someone around you to provide you with that supervision you need.
Okay, okay. Now for our audience, I want to just say that Workforce One offers a lot of support services to applicants, to different individuals with different skill levels. We're getting a lot of individuals here with bachelor's and master's in sociology, psychology, English, criminal justice. And it's wonderful, but if you need support and you need to try to figure out what kind of job will work for you, if it's not something that you want to, if you want to build a career versus taking something in the meantime. Some of these opportunities today are for, are in essential services, and you may find that you can take one of them and it'll meet your needs now and it'll help the employer. But if you want to develop something and work through in a different position and have a career and not just a job, then it would be in your best interest to maybe take some of the programs that our Queens Library System offers, or Workforce One has different training and support to help you build your resume and work with you to help you identify maybe it's a career change that may have to occur at this time, or help you move forward. And so I just want to offer that to help some of our candidates, because I'm not certain that we have all the different positions available at this platform today.
Thank you, Sharon. Additionally, to the trainings, we also are offering virtual one-on-one career advisement. So that's something they would like to access to discuss their career track. We definitely have a great team doing that.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I have someone in bachelor's in graphic design, but someone bachelor's in media. And so, I mean, I'd love to be able to help, you know, all of the applicants and the public who's interested in these positions. Because do we have any paralegal positions? No one's offering the, looking for that at this time, right? Okay.
For the US Open, when will follow-ups begin? Someone actually emailed, I guess, their resume after the last job fair, and they haven't heard back. Did follow-ups take place, or will they be taking place anytime soon?
They're taking place right now. You can send me an email. It's my first dot last name at USTA.com, and I will review it as soon as I get it.
Okay. Is there any case management position?
I believe Workforce One, we do have some case manager right now. We have case manager for Queens, actually, for St. John's Group Home. You work with youth and families. You need a bachelor's in social work or related field and must be computer literate with a driver's license. As well, we have another one with the same qualifications for Community Health Network, again in Queens.
Okay, all right. You know, I think we're winding down at this point. Is any of our panelists, would any of you like to add anything that you might have missed before in the presentation, or?
I would just like to add that the people who are, you know, they have bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, if they're looking for something that we didn't mention, they can always go on the Workforce One website, because there is more than one account manager. So every account manager works on something differently. So you can actually apply online for a specific position, and I'll have all the explanation right there on the website. And then an account manager should be able to reach out to you within about 5 days maximum. And then you can follow up that way, but you'll see all the different types of positions that we do have available. And it's not just subject to what I've said or what Leon said in another center. You'll see all the centers that we do have. So that might be something that's beneficial for you.
Yeah, that's very, very crucial, because so many of you have more positions than we're able to promote today. And so it's important that if there's something you know of that you didn't hear mentioned today or we didn't talk about at all, then you could try to apply, go to the website for the different workforce agency or organization and follow up and see what it is that might be available to you. Carolina, did you cover almost all the questions or all the questions at this time?
So we're not going to be able to get through all the questions, but I do want to remind everyone that just joined us or that recently joined us that they can see the full list of all our panelists at our website, www.queensbp.org/recruitment fair. I will type that on the chat, and I'll try to go, we'll ask a few more questions. We're running out of time, but maybe we can get a few more in. Someone is asking if Workforce One is still offering free IT training courses.
So right now, we do have an individual training grant being offered in computer-related fields. You would just have to go into the website I gave and choose the individual training grant option, and you could see the qualifications needed and how to apply.
Hi, and for the Workforce One Industrial and Transportation Career Center, same thing. We're offering it for commercial driving. So again, just visit our website to apply.
Wonderful.
And one that I don't think we asked, someone with HR experience, any positions in HR available?
No.
Okay. All right, at this time, Sharon, if you want to.
Okay, I'd like, at this time, on behalf of Borough President Lee, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all our sponsors. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate the collaboration. Together, we're making a difference in the community. Together, we're closing that gap for the unemployment. And so we really appreciate your input and participation. I'd also like to thank my colleagues at this time. And of course, the Borough President did acknowledge them before, but I'll just like to thank Dorothy Pafumi, Carolina Gill, our Chief of Staff, Vicky Morales, Chris Barca, John Perricone, and Aldo Grillo, who work so closely with us to make these events happen. Again, on behalf of Borough President Lee, I thank all of you. To our audience, we're delighted to bring all of you these opportunities. Feel free to follow up with the individual organizations or workforce agencies, and we'll do everything we can to support you through your job hunt and this process. Thank you so much, everyone, and this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.